I'm going to tell you exactly what it takes to get to where you want to be fitness wise and in life. I think it all goes hand in hand. So stick with me and we'll get to what you're looking for, the good stuff. Let's go. Anyway, you know, a lot of people ask questions about, how you get like that, how you get shredded, how do you get big, how do you, you know, I had those same questions, and I found solace in just finding out who and what I wanted to be. So right now, I'm in the process. I feel like every day is a process of finding out what you are, who you are, and what your purpose in life is. And I felt like fitness always just came easy to me. My body was already a grown man body by 11, 12. I was already had a chest because I had older friends. So like, I believe the mind has something to do with what you become. Obviously you have to believe it before it comes to fruition. But I believe that if you just stick to something, so the answer is time. If you just stick to something and you stay consistent at it and you do it for the love, okay, you're gonna fall out of love. So you have to have passion. You have to have lust. You have to have you have to have everything. You have to be a complete fool to whatever you're doing, and you have to completely give your wholehearted soul to it. Everything does not mean anything more than it, okay? They said you have to want it more than your next breath. And I want to share my experiences with the world, of the world, to the world, with the world. And I feel like my looks have a lot to do with that. You can see as well, I can speak really well. But, I'm just a personable person. And I just was raised in an area where being personable makes you stand out. And when you stand out, you get teased for being different. So, excuse me, but I always knew that I was a little different than everybody else. And I was kind of afraid to like do that. And I came out to San Diego and I just started just really focusing on what I really wanted to do. I always knew what I wanted to do, but I really wanted to focus in more on my body, my mind, get myself data dumped. That's what we used to call it in the Navy, data dump. You move to a different command, you want to just forget everything that you ever experienced over there, and like work-wise, and just start all over again somewhere else. So that's what I'm doing. I'm data dumping all the stuff that I've ever learned from the Northeast. And I'm just, not all, because I'm gonna have to use a lot of that stuff, but I'm just forgetting the ways of being, of survival there, let's say. And then also with the military, so I take out all my anger about life and everything on my body. So consistency is everything. If you can just consistently find some kind of way to get yourself through the door, or even to on the floor to stretch, just do something. That's why I say meditate. You start with meditation, and you add every day, add another couple seconds, add a couple minutes, add a couple to every set, every rep. Just convince yourself to fall in love with the process and take pictures. You have to take pictures. Please take pictures. Look at yourself, like them, love them. Just look at yourself, zoom in, be really intricate, and then you'll start seeing the little things changing if you stay consistent. So Father Time is everything. And you know what? Father Time is being really generous with a lot of us if you honestly take care of yourself the proper way. If you speak the proper way, you carry yourself the proper way, you give out proper energy, in due time, everything will come. It may not happen for you, but it'll happen for your lineage. Somebody in your there's a curse that everybody lives with. There's a family generational curse that everybody lives with. And you have to be that one to get out of it and to beat that. You have to, first of all, acknowledge it. So sometimes taking a step back and just maybe videotaping it. Like videotape your world, videotape your life, videotape your workout, videotape the way you eat, something like anything, the way you live if you have to, and just study yourself. Look at yourself. You're like, I could change that. I could change that. I could eat a little bit less. I could eat a little bit more frequent, or I could, you know what I mean? Some people have to add weight. Some people have to add food. Some people have to, not everybody's, the same. So trial and error is a thing, and it's a beautiful thing, because that's how I've become who I am. Trial and error. Like, I ran from a lot of things that I knew that weren't comfortable, but I loved, I had passion for. I loved them, but it just wasn't what I wanted, or wasn't the way I wanted to do it. So I had to go. I apologize for that, but I wish I had a way of communicating better at that time. But I went through all the emotions, every emotion, to get to where I'm at now. And like, if I didn't have lifting weights and working out, I would have been jumped off the side of the ship or something, Like, I'm just being honest, being 100% me. But that's why I know that God has something for me. Whoever it is up there has something for me, because I'm just following what they want me to do, and I'm staying true. I've just been focused on this tunnel vision. I don't even see women. I be seeing girls at the gym, and they're thick, beautiful girl. Oh my, these girls here are beautiful. But I'm focused. I'm focused on what I got to do, what I want, because I know that I'll have abundance of all the things I lust for. All the things that I don't need, all the things that I do need, all the things that are best for me when I stay focused to what I'm doing. So you have to find a passion in something, and trial and error and time. Be respectful, stay loyal, be honest with yourself, but also sometimes you have to keep on grinding. Like, when those times suck, just keep on grinding, bro. I'm learning that. If I just stayed a little bit longer in all those situations, I'd be really well off right now. But I wouldn't be satisfied. I'd still be thinking about what I'm doing right now, or what I'm about to do. And maybe I would have had access to get there quicker, but they would have never been in the way that I wanted to do it. And I want to be able to end up saying, when I stand at that podium one day, wherever podium it is, I say, yo, I did this my way. I went through the trial and error. I went through the bumps. I went through everything. I went through all of it, and I am here. And just to show you kids, you older gentlemen, older women, I don't care what age you are, get up and do it. Give it a try. Give it a shot. Don't lay in your deathbed being like, I wish I would have. Nobody wants to experience that. Why? They said, when you get ready to die and you're laying on your deathbed, this was what really shocked me. It said all your potential lays beside you, stands in front of you, and says, yo, I never got the chance to be. Wow. Bro, that's the baseball me, that's the basketball me, that's the hockey me, that's the soccer me, that's the all athletic version of me. I'm gonna have to look at that. I could have been in anything. I look at me. I was like this at 11. So like, I would never lie to you. I was great at every sport, and I just wish I would have just, you know what I mean? So now it's a different half. It's a different part of life. It's a different time so like, now it's the father, it's the husband, it's the fiance, it's the actor, the director, it's the model, it's the world God, like as close as God wants me to get to him, me, that I know that I'm about to be. That is greater than being an athlete, honestly. I mean, I want my kids to do that. They can have all the time, all the basketball hoops, all the tennis courts, whatever. They can have all of that. And I'll be out there with them, because I'm going to keep myself in shape. And to the day I die, I hope I croak playing sports with them. I hope I croak watching them win a championship or something. I hope, no matter, I just, if you guys understood how much I just love life and love, you'd be subscribing, you'd be donating to the process, you'd do everything. I'm not asking for any help. I just want you guys to subscribe, follow, me on Instagram. I just want you guys to just stay tuned, and just talk with me, communicate with me. I love you all, but we got some things to do. I've never been this happy in my life. I got hopefully a photographer. He's like, yo, check my stuff out. Check my stuff out. I checked this stuff out. Yo, he's got Oscar, Emmy winning people. He's taking pictures for her. And all I got to do to go is LA. Go to LA. I said, yo, listen, God told me that this is gonna work. So he's like, yo, you need to get into acting classes. And sure enough, I go on his page. He's got an Emmy-winning actress on his, black lady from, love her. From Why Did I Get Married? She reminds me of my mother. She looks like my mother. So it's just goes to tell me, like, this is where it's supposed to be. And I said, yo, the minute I walk in, I don't have to say nothing. I know that people are going to be like, yo, what? Who the? Because it's happened everywhere I've gone in the world. Everywhere I've gone in the world, I've been chosen. I've been looked at. Everybody is always, and then when I take my shirt off, what? Yo, that's why you got to stay ready. Stay ready. I was never ready in the books. I wasn't ready on the basketball court. I wasn't ready for things like that, but I'm ready for things that I'm comfortable with being ready with. That wasn't my time. That wasn't me. That wasn't for me. Yo, I would have been the nastiest dude to ever play the game of basketball. I know that. But you'll never know that because, well, maybe you get flashes because I'm going to get into those celebrity games. And I'm going to be dunking, 50 years old, coming out of, what you think? Watch. But anyway, God told me that this was going to happen. I'm telling you, I had a conversation with him right before I stopped playing basketball. I was like, yo, listen, God, I love you, but my leg and my back and everything's hurting, and I don't know how to work this out. I really love basketball, but I know, like, I'm not going to get the same support at home. But I'm going to try to, show them that I want to get back into it. But I just want to enjoy life a little bit. And I fucked off in college, and I drank, and I smoked, and I did dumb stuff, and I crashed things, and God forgive me for everything that I've done in my past, but everything, please. But I'm going to be a better man because of it. That's just the thing. I just hope it don't come back to bite me. And if it does, I'm going to answer the questions the proper way. I'm going to face it. But, like, damn. But I'm not going to let it stop me. But no, anyway, you have to stay consistent. Keep knocking at that door. Because after a while, you'll get annoyed and you'll be like, let me enter the door. So obviously somebody's going to enter the door. Because somebody's going to get annoyed. Or they got rings now. They're going to be like, oh, so what do you need? So anyway, don't worry about the instant gratification. That stuff doesn't work. That stuff works for criminals and, kids, babies. Not grown adults. Not people that are trying to reach adult heights. You have to think outside the box and travel outside your comfort zone. Be outside your comfort zone, live outside your comfort zone. Take it as somebody who's done it multiple times, and I am very comfortable with it. I love it. And I also want to thank the military, really, the Navy. Like, I hated them the whole time I was in. But, bro, the experiences that I've been able to experience during and after, I mean, they might have been greater playing sports, but, like, the fact that, like, I did that, I traveled the world. So this is me, like, my sea bags. You know what I mean? Like, I went over to Japan, and I got comfortable with that ship, and I got comfortable with people, and I made my own little, clique. Well, the whole ship, they all knew everything about me. Yo, I had everybody on the ship knew how many days left I had on the ship from like 365. They would count it down. 363, 2 days. Yo, what? 2 days? I knew that I was supposed to speak to people because of my energy. I didn't know, I was so afraid of it, and people didn't know how to sit down and talk to me and explain like, yo, you got something that I don't have, but like I see it, and like you need to hone in on that and like become a better person because it's not gonna stop. This is your God's gift to, I don't know. But like somebody needed to say that to me. And that's how I really feel now. Like I feel like I have a gift. Like I'm feel like a Tupac-ish or Nipsey or Dolph or hopefully I stay around. But I feel like I have that type of energy that like I'm a one-man army. And like I just know that I can get the masses to like join me and we can just become people, like living people, not worrying about like, oh, that's a black man, or it's a white man, or it's a mixed couple, or we can do way more together than against each other. And against each other is making money, but like way more together. And I just time. Right now, this is just our part of the video game. It's just our part of the video game that happens to suck. Like, you know how you play Call of Duty? Think about it. Excuse me. If you started playing Call of Duty back in the days when they was doing the wars, the old wars, World War II or something, forgive me for if I said the wrong ones. But those guys, like, I'm sorry, I've always thought that they had like a video game soul or something. Those guys are trapped in that game. What makes you think that we're not trapped in a video game? And this is just our version of the game, or our year of the game. Anyway, I just feel like the reason why things are working in my favor is because I believe and I understand the situation that is at hand, the task at hand, and I respect it. I'm not going against anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to live as a free black man, as a free human, African American in this world. I love everybody. I don't have a problem with anybody, and I'll never have a problem with anybody, because God does not want me to fight amongst my people. So he wants me to give. He wants me to share, give fruit. Anyway, time, trial and error. That's all time. Consistency, time. Time is everything. You don't need to jump into a steroid. You don't need to go outside of your morals, your ethics. You just can stay consistent on who you are and maybe modify, add, upgrade, because you're an iPhone. Everybody is a phone. I tell everybody you're a smartphone and you have to be updated. That's why you have to learn news. You have to know what's going on. I go on YouTube, you go on Twitter, you want to stay active. Don't look at social media as a bad thing. Look at social media as a gift because it's free right now. Social media is becoming, it has a paywall now, but it's free to get this information. And you grab that information and you give that to the next person, and it takes less time for them to understand what you're trying to say, and then less time for the next person, next time, like, you know what I mean? And then after a while, you have a town of people who have open minds. Now, it's going to be hard. It may not be a thing that's going to happen in your generation, but after a while, you'll have friends who think like you. And some people just have energy to make people, convince people into believing things. And I feel like I'm that type of person. Like, if you listen to me long enough, you'll understand what I mean after a while. Like, I'll have to better explain it to myself before I can explain it to you. I speak when I'm doing that. So we'll have to probably go through some bumps in the road to get to the point. But what I'm trying to say is, my views are just like common sense to me, and they come from a different view. Somebody else is like telling me, like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. So I'm just sharing that. So I don't know. I'm ready. I'm ready to just give back, share, let people know that there are great human beings out there. And I know a ton. I know a ton back home. They just need to be seen. They need to be heard. I have talent back home. I'm gonna find a lot of talent here and everywhere I go. I want to make a studio. I want to just do different things and just be the best human I could possibly be without stepping on anybody's toes. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. So, and I'm not trying to be hurt. So that's why I don't want to hurt anybody, because I don't want to be hurt. I already know what that is. So, yeah, guys, time is everything. Keep your time and make sure that you love your family, but sometimes they got to go too. There's nothing wrong with being your own person. Stay true to who you are. Love yourself, meditate, stretch, work out, get a break of sweat, a 10-minute sweat. Shoot, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, anything, I don't care. Just do something positive to the body that may feel like a negative and stay consistent with it. And I promise you, your goals and your body will feel better, your mind will feel better. You'll just grow into the human that you're supposed to be. Look at that. That's a beautiful little stretch there. But yeah, no, you are great because you're sitting here. You're still here. If you're still here, you are a great person, and you are gonna go places. Just, excuse me. Just pay attention to the things that you love, and you stay focused. All right, love.